Hello and welcome everybody to the Twisted Tentacle Inn. I'm your innkeeper Vase Odin, and today I will be doing a blind playthrough of Dream Eaters Part A, Beyond the Gates of Sleep. I've created a Sefina deck based on your feedback. The viewers chose which investigators I was going to run through the entire campaign of the Dream Eaters, and Sefina was one of the chosen investigators. I haven't played Sefina in about a year and a half, 2 years maybe. So we'll see how this goes. So since I'm pretty rusty and it's a blind playthrough, I have a feeling this is not going to go very, very well. But it'll be fun to watch me crash and burn. I am playing standalone rules, and there is no standalone setup that I saw for the Chaos Bag. So what I decided to do, just to make things a little bit more fair, I am using a hard bag setup with standalone experience points, and I'll have to draw my weaknesses. So to make up for the extra experience point that I am adding to my deck, I've gone ahead and added the Chaos Bag tokens for a hard game, but I will be using the effects of a standard or normal difficulty game. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, I will be checking the chat for any comments and questions. So we got Paranoia, 13th Vision, and Amnesia. Great. Paranoia and Amnesia. Wow. 2 cards that I did not want to have. Okay. So those are my weaknesses, and we'll throw them in our deck, shuffle it up, and start reading. Because it's a blind playthrough, I will be reading through everything, so this will be a little bit slower than usual. And the deck, I've posted the deck list in the comments or in the video description. So if you're curious as to what cards I'm using, you can just click the link and check it out. I do have the Another Day, Another Dollar, 2 copies as permanent, so I do start with 9 resources. So FYI, if you're wondering why I have 9 to start with. We start at this location. This system does a setup for us. So we've gone ahead and already put our mini token. We've set up the Chaos Bag, and we've shuffled our deck and pulled our weaknesses. Let's go ahead and read through the intro, and we'll see what happens next. In light slumber, he descended the 70 steps to the cavern of flame and talked of his design to the bearded priest Nasht and Kamantha, and the priests shook their shent-bearing heads and vowed it would be the death of his soul. Here's all the keywords. There's a bunch of new keywords, so I'm not going to read through those. Oh, hey, Manson. Good to see you, man. Nate is going to be streaming a little bit later today, so it gives me a chance to stream this morning. Prologue, Friday, February 13th, 1925. Something odd was happening in Arkham, Massachusetts. Typically, this would not be a surprise to the residents of the dreary New England town. Indeed, Arkham has always been well known for its strange, some would say supernatural, occurrences. The nature of this particular circumstance, however, was anything but typical. It all began in the latest issue of Tales from Nevermore. A writer by the name of Virgil Gray described a journey he had taken in his dreams, a journey he claimed was not a work of fiction on his part. He wrote of a long spiraling staircase, an unbearably hot pillar of sentient fire, a tree that came from the moon, and a curious talking cat, among other things equally difficult to believe. But it wasn't this extraordinary tale that first drew your attention. Soon after Virgil's tale was published, Tales from Nevermore began to receive and publish letter after letter from those who had read Virgil's story and claimed to have experienced the exact same dream. Before long, the Arkham Advertiser picked up the story, and news of this strange phenomenon reached the ears of experts. Oh, thanks, Manson. Yeah, it's going to be a rough ride because it's a blind playthrough and I haven't played Sefina for a while, so expect nothing but disaster. Virgil Gray was convinced to undergo therapy at the local asylum, and many more who shared in the writer's psychosis were committed as well. The prevailing theory among academics is that Virgil's dream felt so real that he could not separate fact from fiction, and his writings spread his delusions to others like a form of shared hysteria. You remain unconvinced. After all, there's much that's not known about the simple act of dreaming. Medical experts have wildly differing theories on the state of one's brain during sleep. Recently, Experts like Sigmund Freud have proposed that dreams are manifestations of one's subconscious desires, fears, or obsessions. Fortune tellers, for their part, have long believed that dreams can be sifted and interpreted in order to tell the dreamer's past or future. But if these theories are true, how could multiple parties, all from very different walks of life, have the same shared experience in their dreams? What if our modern understanding of sleep is all wrong? What if there really is a place our consciousness travels to when we sleep, a land of dreams that exists beyond our waking world? You and your companions have gathered together to get to the bottom of this strange phenomenon. If others in town can travel to another world in their dreams, perhaps you can too. You've recreated the circumstances of Virgil's journey perfectly. If all goes well, half of you will take the trip to this dreamland and back. The rest will stay in the waking world, studying your companion's sleep patterns to ensure nothing goes wrong. And of course, lots will go wrong. Okay, so we are playing kind of a weird mix of standalone / campaign. We will be running through the campaign, hopefully all the way through with Skids and Sefina. Skids will be in the waking world, Sefina will be in the dreamlands, but we are using standalone rules, so we will upgrade our decks accordingly in between scenarios if we want to, but the decks are pretty much the way I want them, so pretty much victory points are just gravy for me here. So let's go on to the next page and see what the setup says. Okay, we're going to move that. Scenario 1A, Beyond the Gates of Sleep. Each investigator chooses and reads aloud one of the dream entries below. Okay, we are rogue, so let's go ahead and do the rogue one. You conceal a grin as you examine your cards. Jack of Diamonds, Queen of Spades for the nut straight. Okay. Your stack of chips is growing larger with each hand, and this will be no different. Bets fly back and forth until it's just you and the man in the white suit across from you. "Are you sure about this?" he taunts, cradling his fingers. You push all your chips into the center and reveal your king high straight. "What a shame," he tisks, revealing a pair of twos. "It appears you have lost everything." You protest, pointing to your superior hand, but when you examine it again, it's changed. The figures on the face cards are now monstrous shapes with no eyes, many mouths, and tentacled arms. 9, 10, D, C, N. The cards read. You gape in shock as you are carried away from the table and ushered out the door. So we can search for a rogue card and play it paying its cost. Wow, for free. I like that. Let's do that real quick. So search. I think we're going to get our lockpicks. Or should we get Lola to give us a little bit of a boost? Yeah, let's get Lola in there. Boom. Or do we get Lone Wolf? This is a choice here. Because Lone Wolf will give us resources that we will most definitely need. Oh, there's Lone Wolf. No, I think Lola's a good choice. So we'll go with Lola. Sweet. That's very nice of them. Alright. We move on. Setup. So we don't draw cards from the encounter deck during the Mythos phase. And they'll tell us when to do so. Here we go. I think we're ready to begin. We got to draw our opening hands, and then we'll go ahead and read the scenario cards. So, Sefina gets 13 cards to start. Is that right? 13 cards. 5 events get put under her. So let's shuffle this because we did search the deck. All right, let's draw our 13. There's 5. There's 5. And there's 3. So, events. This is an event. I've set her up so most of the events are going to be damage dealing, and most of her assets will help her get clues. So that's... Oh, this gets redrawn. This gets redrawn. This gets redrawn. Oh, I'm going to pull all my weaknesses this game, for sure. Okay. Here we go. So we got 2 events, 3 events, 4. Yeah, I like banish. There it is. 5 events. So, this is our events under Sefina right over here. Perfect. And these are 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Because we got 5 events, we don't have to discard any cards, but for free. Yeah, I think we got that card for free in there, in play. All right, we're ready to read our... Oops. Are you asking if TTS is free? Let's set up that camera. Okay. 70 steps. You're no longer in your own world. A spiral of twisting stone steps hangs suspended in the aether, with no visible means of support. At the bottom of the steps is an island landing, also floating in the void, where a tall golden gateway leads into a brightly lit cavern. And we can't enter the cavern of flame. On this landing there was a huge gate that spanned the width of the rocky platform. Gold, bronze, and glimmering, the gate reached skyward and appeared to go on forever, disappearing into a roiling darkness above that reminded me of storm clouds. Okay, let's reveal the location. There's 1 clue, 1 shroud force. When you leave the 70 steps, take 1 horror for each card in your hand in excess of 5. We got 8. So that is not going to be good. We need to get rid of these before we leave. Journey through the gates. From your initial dream, you've been drawn into a familiar dreamscape, the same one that Virgil Grey traversed in his story in Tales from Nevermore. Is this real? Or is your mind simply conjuring what it expects to see? When doom is placed on the agenda during the Mythos phase, if we're at a steps location, we place an additional doom. Are we at a steps location now? We are. That's not good. The door leading out of your initial dream takes you to a stone staircase. Thousands of different stairways join together here, forming an incomprehensible nexus of steps where worlds and stories join together. Where the stairs meet, they form a single spiraling pathway, descending deeper into the land of dreams. Do not draw cards from the encounter deck. If we enter the cavern of flame, we advance. Okay, so we know our goal. Let's do this. Okay. We are ready to roll. Let's do this. We got a 1 shroud location. Our intellect is 2, so we're not going to attempt that test just yet. Let's go ahead and play 6 cents. Ooh, and we got lockpicks as well. Ooh, we got some good cards. Oh, we have to play Lone Wolf. So action 1 will play Lone Wolf. Oops. Let's flip these. Alright. So action number 1, we got Lone Wolf in play. Action number 2, I think the lockpicks are a better deal than 6 cents right now, so we'll spend 3 resources and play lockpicks. And for our third action, we're going to investigate. So use 3 supplies. If there's no supplies, discard it. Okay. Shroud of 1, so we're going to use our lockpicks. We actually are testing 4 plus 2, so 6 to a 1. Here we go. 0. So we did succeed by 2 or more, so we don't lose a supply on it. We get the clue. And unless other clues. Okay, so we can move in there, but we'll take horror because we'll take 1 horror if we move out of there, although that's our final action, but just thinking ahead here. All right, so final action now. There are no enemies, so upkeep phase, we draw a card. There it is. Oh my god. Oh my god, we had a good hand too. That sucks. All but 1 card, so let's go ahead and discard everything but Painted World. That's the most versatile card in our hand, because that card really equals any of these, and I think that's a good move on our part. Well, that sucked. We added Doom to the agenda. We had another Doom because we are at a steps location. All right. We don't draw from the encounter deck. That's nice. They're really nice to you. They let you start with a card in play. You don't have to. All right, we're at 1 card, so we can actually freely move in here without penalty. So we move in. At the end of the Mythos phase, each investigator in the Cavern of Flame takes 1 damage. 9 shrouds, 0 clues. We made it to the Cavern of Flame, so that was our first action. So we get to advance the act. Here we go. At the center of the cavern is a pillar of flame flanked by 2 robed, bearded men. You recognize this scene from the writings of Virgil Gray, the priest, the cavern. It's all just as he described. Either you ventured into the same dreamscape or you're sharing in his delusions. You must be tested, one of the priests says, enigmatically. Your ordeal will be great, and thus so too will be your trial. Each investigator loses all of their clues. No more clues. Put the set-aside Nasht and Kamantha into play in the Cavern of Flame. Your slumber grows deeper. Add a skull token to the Chaos bag. Okay. So, let's add the skull token, then we'll find these Kamanka Chamana. There's a skull right in the bag. Alright. And then let's find these guys. There's one guy. There's the other guy. Okay, so they come into play at the flame thing. Yep. So I think they engage us unless they're aloof. We'll check that. But first, the barred golden gates beyond will not open for you. Only the priest can judge whether you're worthy to pass through the steps below. They cross their weapons, a steel halberd and a silver scythe, in front of the gates. Still don't draw cards from the encounter deck. So if neither of the 2 are in play, then we advance. All right, so let's read what these guys do. He is aloof. He retaliates. 2, 3, 2. You can parlay. Test combat or agility to prove that you're worthy to enter the Dreamlands. +1 per investigator difficulty. So it's a difficulty of 3. If you succeed, flip Nash over and resolve the text. If you fail, he attacks. Kamantha. Parlay, test willpower, intellect of 3. Same thing. Okay, no problem. So to fight them, you'd have to use an action to engage them and then attack. I'm probably not going to want to do that. They're not elite, so I can actually probably kill them with the blade. So that might be a good idea. Sneak attack says exhausted enemy, so that's not going to work for me. So I could probably parlay one of them and maybe try to kill the other, or I could just try and do the parlay test. It would be a 5 for him, so he'd be better at parlay because my agility is going to be a 5. So let's try that. We will parlay. So we'll parlay Nasht with agility. So we're testing against a 3. Our agility, because of Lola, is a 5. So, oh, did I forget to get my resource? I did. So parlay a 5 to a 3. I think that's decent odds. Let's just do it. 5 to a 3, -3. He attacks us. We take a horror. Okay. Damn. This is going to be tough. Let's try it again. What do these mean? Half the number of cards in your hand. Oh, good. Okay. This should be an easy test. All right, final action. 5 to a 3. Parlay. -1. All right, cool. So we succeeded in parlaying with him. Flip him over and resolve his text. So... Oh, wait, he dealt us a damage, not a horror. So let's give it to Lola. No, he dealt us a horror. He deals the damage. Sorry, guys. All right. Your quest will lead to death, the priest foretells. Prove that you can survive what is to come, and I shall let you pass. Show me your weapon. You open your hand and reveal the first weapon that comes to your mind. Nash slaps it out of your hand. That is not a weapon. Show me your true weapon. You think for a moment. What weapon could the Guardian possibly be referring to? What weapon could help you survive a place like this? Then the answer hits you, plain as day. You point to your temple, and Nash nods. Very well. All right. So, we're going to put this in the victory display. All right. That ends the investigator phase. Enemy phase, he is aloof, so he's not going to hit us. That's good. So, that ends that. Now we'll gain a resource and a card. So, a card, then a resource. Cool. Another 2 Doom to the agenda. No encounter cards. Alright, now we just got to kill this fool. So, we're going to use Painted World to copy Spectral Razor. We'll spend 2 resources. Play Painted World. So, we basically are attacking 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, we got to engage him as our first action. 6 to a 2. So, first action we engage. And then testing is 6 to a 2. So, here we go. For 3 damage. Number of revealed enchanted woods, that's a 0. So, he dies. So, we kill him. The priest entertains your silly notion of resistance for a few moments before his eyes turn fiery. He is completely unharmed. You are fierce, but ferocity will only get you so far. You may pass, but heed me. Not all problems can be solved with violence. Yeah, if I had the machete, Manson, definitely that's what I would have used on him. Without question. All right, they're done. So this gets to advance, I think. Satisfied that you are worthy to enter the Dreamlands, the priests step aside to let you pass, and the gate beyond opens. Before you step through, one of them grabs you by the wrist and gives you a final warning. Your journey shall take you beyond the lands of the gods. The eye of chaos is upon you. Follow the path, and you shall be safe. But beware! He tightens his grip. Stray not from the path. Each investigator loses all of their clues. We don't have any. Put the set aside 700 steps, base of the steps, and enchanted path into play. 700 steps, base of the steps, and enchanted path. 700 steps, base of the steps, enchanted path. Your slumber grows deeper. Add 1 skull token. I don't think we have any more. I didn't see any in there. Oops. I'm going to have to copy one then. 'Cause there's one. Oh, there's only 1 in here. That's weird. Copy, paste. There it is. Alright, so now that we have the right amount. Hey, get in there. There we go. Alright. Let's set these locations into play. Let's see where they go. So we have base of the steps. Are these all connected to this? That's connected to that. This is not. This is connected to this. So 700 steps connected to that, then base of the steps, and then this connects to this. Yeah, let's put this here. All right, that's how it goes. All right, so that was 2 actions. We have 1 action left. Let's see. Final descent. Spiraling stairs descend below for what seems like an infinity. Oh, Razor does engage for you. Dude, thanks, man. Russell, that's awesome. I totally forgot that that is a thing. You may engage the attack enemy. Dude, that's great. I actually saved myself an action. Thanks, dude. Do not draw cards from the encounter deck still. Wow, they're being really nice. That encounter deck must be crazy if they're giving you that much of a pass. If each investigator is at the enchanted path, immediately advance. Okay. So we're going to move to the 700 steps. So asking farewell blessing of the priest and thinking shrewdly on his course, he boldly descended the 700 steps to the gate of deeper slumber. One clue. When you leave the 700 steps, take 1 horror for each card in your hand in excess of 3. Oh, okay. Shroud of 2, that should be easy. So we move in, that's action 2. Action 3, let us investigate with our lockpicks. We're testing against a 2. This is going to be a 6, 7, 8. That's amazing. 8 to a 2. Yeah, the bad stuff comes later. Okay, well, I don't know. They let you start with a card in play. They don't give you encounter cards. It must be really bad. 0. All right, so we get the clue there, and that ends our turn. So there are no enemies in play, and we get a card and a resource. Well, I'm glad this paranoia came into play first, because losing my hand when things are getting bad, it would really suck. All right, so we add... Are we still at a steps location? I think we are, because it's 700 steps. So we add 2 Doom. No encounter cards. All right, we continue onward. So we go to the base of the steps. Yep. Eventually, the steps give way to a loamy soil. Coiling up the bottom few steps is a bed of glowing fungi whose shapes defy natural convention. 3 Shroud, 1 Clue. After you enter the base of the steps, if you have at least 1 card in your hand, test Willpower 2. If you fail, for each card in your hand, you must take 1 heart or discard that card. Damn, okay. Well, our willpower is 4, so I think we'll probably end up losing 1 card, I think. Alright, so let's test against a 2. So we have willpower of 4 to a 2, and I forgot Lone Wolf again. God, I'm so bad about that. Goes to show how little I play rogues, and here I am going to play 2 rogues through this campaign. Maybe it'll help me get better with them. Alright, here we go. 4 to a 2. Minus 3. What did I say? So we take horror. Oops. Take 1 horror or discard the card. Now, do I need so many encounter? Probably not. This attack. No, I like this one. I also like ethereal form. I'll take the horror. We'll give it to Lola. Sorry, Lola. Lolita mami. So we got 3 Shroud, 1 Clue. Action 2, let's investigate with our lockpicks. So again, an 8 to a 3. Skull, which is -1. So yeah, we still don't lose a charge on the lockpicks. And we get that clue. Alright, let's final action, move to the enchanted path. You cannot enter... Yep, we did discover them. From the base of the steps, a peaceful dirt path winds through the dense forest. Many dozens of eyes watch you with curiosity from the tangled woods surrounding the path. No clues. The enchanted path is connected to each enchanted woods location. +1 shroud for each unrevealed enchanted wood in play. 3 actions. You do as you were told, but you feel as though you're missing something. Place 1 clue from the token pool. Okay, there's going to be some weird stuff with that, it seems. That ends our turn, but we do get to... Let me see, do we advance this? Yep. So we advance before we do our upkeep phase. When you reach the base of the stairway, you find yourself in an otherworldly dark forest. or oak forest, sorry. The forest floor is thick with countless years of fallen leaves as you're surrounded by glowing fungi of all shapes and sorts. The soil is pierced with gnarled roots, and the trees are strangled by invasive vines. A winding dirt path leads deeper into the woods. We lose all our clues. Slumber grows deeper. Add another skull to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. I think we copied that. Yep. 3 skulls in there now. Remove each step's location from the game. Step. You've got to step. Step. All right. Out with ya. There we are. Okay. Randomly choose 6 of the set-aside Enchanted Woods locations to put into play. Remove the other copy of the game from the game. Okay. Enchanted Woods. Shuffle them up. I'm assuming they're all the same connection. So where do we put them? Put into play. Okay. I guess it just shuffle the set-aside scenario cards. Okay. So, oops. So let's figure out where. I guess these are just gonna go. Oh, they do connect there. Okay. 1. Oh, let's move this here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we gotta get rid of one. All right, then it'll be this one. There it is. So we have, for now, there, and there. Okay. Here we are. Okay, and now we have to put set aside cards. There's a lot of like after setup from other dreamers with dead ending. Yeah, many skulls. Yeah, I guess the skulls are from the other dreamers. Shuffle all remaining set aside scenario cards except for Laboring, Gug, and Randolph Carter. Okay. So we're gonna. Here's our card. Encounter deck. All right. That's a lot of moving around, setting up. The path. All you have to do is stay on the path. They keep saying that. Something's going to make us want to move away from it, isn't it? After the first time any investigator enters an Enchanted Woods location, record in your campaign log that we strayed from the path. Well, how else are we going to get anywhere? Only investigators at the Enchanted Path may spend the requisite number of clues to advance. We could spend turns getting a clue here. No, that's going to take way too long. Because it'll be an entire turn to put one clue. Then an action to grab it. And we need 5. So we'll definitely have to stray from the path a couple of times. Because, I mean, we actually do have quite a few rounds left. Do we do the boring thing? And just stay here and do this? And not move around? Yeah. I mean, that's what they want us to do. They keep telling us, do not stray from the path. Don't do it. So, let's do our upkeep phase. We draw a card and gain a resource. And we add a doom to the agenda. We got a 12 doom threshold. We may actually be able to just stay here. Hopefully that's the right play. But now we start drawing encounter cards. Let me shuffle the encounter deck one more time. All right, here we go. Encounter card city. First one of the game. Look what I did here. Obscuring fog. Well, that sucks. The one location that I wanted to... oh, that's not too bad. It's a shot of 2. Hey, what the hell? Let's use 3 actions, and we'll put a clue from the token bank here. Bloop. That ends our turn. Draw a card. Gain a resource. Doom on the agenda. Encounter card. Uh-oh. Here we go. Inconspicuous Zoog. 2/1/2, not bad. Any connecting location. Hunter and swarming. Okay, swarming. So we draw 1, 2. When Inconspicuous Zoog is defeated, cancel all excess damage and move any of its remaining swarm or host cards to a connecting location. Wait. Exhausted. Oh, interesting. So when we kill one of its swarm, it doesn't carry over to the swarm creatures? Is that what I'm reading properly? Instead, the other ones just exhaust and move away? Well, anyways, he starts... So this is kind of brutal, actually. Alright, so he starts over here with... Here, let me... Alright, that's where he's going to be at. Okay. I mean, he's going to come at us. I'd rather not go at him, because I don't want to stray from the path. But that means that every round they're going to, or every other round they're going to come hit us. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Now we're in a pickle here. Do we deal with the Zoog? We got one clue here. We need 5. We could stray from the path and attack him so he doesn't attack us. Yeah, it's 29 XP. I'm playing standalone rules, but I'm still going to play through the campaign. But I'm doing hard tokens in the bag with standard modifiers just to make up for it. Okay, so do I want to come after him and stray from the path, or do I want to take damage and horror? I feel like we're kind of almost done. Otherwise, this is a pretty long scenario. So I think I can tank, unless there are bigger creatures. Alright, let's just, let's put another clue here. We'll spend a whole round to put a clue. Boom. Alright. That ends the turn. Zoog and his little crone. Oh, wait, but they'll hit us for 3 damage. Ooh, that's brutal. No, we need to go after them. Never mind. We're going to move after them. We'll have to stray from the path, because if not, this is going to be really, really a lot of damage. So we'll move to Enchanted Woods as our first action. 4 shot, 1 clue. If you do not leave this location before the end of the round, place one... My God. Okay, so we'll make a note that we strayed from the path. Here, we'll put this here just to remind us how many times we've strayed from the path. He engages us with his little swarm. And we're going to attack him. So, action 2. Let's... I guess we could just grab one, and then action 3 will deal the damage to a non-elite enemy. Yeah. Because he only takes 1 damage. How much damage can this do? Deal 2 damage. Okay, no. Yeah, so we'll spend 2. We'll spend 1 more action to... So our second action, sorry, to draw this from our thing. This doesn't provoke, I think. Doesn't provoke. And then we spend 2 resources to play it. Just for 2 to kill him. So we kill one of these guys. This goes in our discard pile. And then these guys get moved to another location exhausted. So that buys us around. Alright, turn ends. So we end our turn here. So we place 1 doom on the agenda. Boom. Alright. We draw a card and gain a resource, and these guys unexhaust. Alright. We're going to need to get this clue. I don't think it's possible to not stray from the path. Yeah, it's... That Zoog made it really tough because he's going to move in and hit me for 3 damage and 3 horror, which is ridiculous. So there's no way I could have done that. Oh, they go to the bottom of the deck. Oh, thanks. Shows how much I played this campaign. I've played this campaign 1 scenario 2 times. That's it, which is a 1B. I played it twice. That's all I played from Dream Eaters. All right, so we now we got our upkeep. So here we go. 10 out of 19. Here we go. What is this? Surge. Each investigator at Enchanted Woods location tests 3 willpower. Lose 1 action and take a horror. I'll use my guts. I got guts. Too sweet. You got to have guts. Too sweet. So we have a 6. That's not a... well, that wasn't a terrible test to fail at, to get an auto fail at, so I'm not too worried. Lose 1 action, take a horror, whatever. But it surges, though. So let's see now. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. We'll commit painkillers, so that puts us at a 5 to a 3. 0. Okay, we passed this time. That surges. That's crazy. Prismatic phenomenon. I see what you guys mean. This encounter deck just doesn't let up, huh? Once it comes out. The first time you perform one of the following, it costs an additional action. Okay. Well, that's annoying. All right. Now to do what we need to do. We have... Puppy, you gotta get down, Papa. He's gonna hit us for 2 and 2 next round. I think we're gonna... Lola's... Oh, we gotta get our Lone Wolf. Lola would cost 4 to get a clue from this place. That's not worth it. Let's use our lockpicks. Lockpicks. So we're testing an 8 to a 4. That's action number 1 because we lost an action. Auto fail again. Okay, so that fails. So we lose a resource from the lockpicks. Let's do it again. 8 to a 4. Final action. Whoa. 3 auto fails in a row? Oh my God, dude. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Well, this just took a turn. Alright, that ends our turn. Enemy phase. My little friend, furry friend here, comes at us for 2 damage and 2 horror. These guys are really annoying. 2 damage and 2 horror. Lola will take 1, I'll take 1, and I'll take 2 horror. Okay. Draw a card and gain a resource. Oh, this will help. I think I'm going to do that. All right, 11 Doom. We finished the round here, so we add another Doom because of the location. We're at 12. Oh, wait. Draw a resource or play. Okay. I didn't play a card, did I? No. So, yeah. More Zooks. Spawn engaged with us. Swarms. Jesus. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. Let's start doing some work here. It doesn't hunt, though, so that's interesting. If we evade it, we still have to deal with its swarm friend. So let's... We could use backstab on it. Oh, we can banish it. But if we banish it, only one of them goes and its swarm friend stays. TTS's shuffle function is bugged. Yeah, I think so because shuffle. All right. Because 3 autofails in a row, man, that's almost impossible. But I feel like a lot of people have that happen to them when they play TTS. All right. We have 2 enemies on us. Things are starting to look a little bit more rough. We're gonna... Oh, yeah, duh. I have an idea. We're gonna play Ethereal Form and evade him who has an evade of 1. So, Ethereal Form. We are testing a 5 to a 1. Skull. So that is -2. So we succeed. He is evaded. We cannot be attacked. So that was action 1. Action 2. 1, 2. We're going to use... Okay, actually, this thing is here. So I think we have to remove this if we successfully... that's kind of... That actually kind of sucks. We're going to have to leave this here for now, I guess. Let's move, because these Zoogs are going to be a problem. So we're going to move as our second action. And then our third action, is there 1 clue here? We're investigating against a 4. 8 to a 4, we'll use our final lockpick. Oh, I could have used, no, I couldn't have used logo. Number of revealed enchantments, so -1. So we succeed. It doesn't lose its charge. And we get this clue. This goes away. Alright. That's our turn. He comes back. They don't hunt. He hunts, though, so he comes at us. But he can't hurt us because of Ethereal Form, which is fine. We just got away from there. This doesn't happen because we're not here, so that's good. All right, that's the enemy phase. Upkeep phase, draw a card, gain a resource, and now back to the Mythos phase. 13 Doom. Oh, wait. This goes away. I didn't get that clue, actually. I have to still put a clue there. Alright. Here we go. Oh! Wait a minute. I was supposed to use 2 actions to play a card. No, I guess it's not, because play is an asset. This is an evade action. Paying 2 resources to... So I think that didn't count to make me use an extra action. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Because playing this card is not really playing a card. It's using an evade action, right? So that this card, draw a resource or play, does not hit that. So it wouldn't have cost me 2 actions. I think that's correct. Law of Igroth. Pandemonium. Secretly add this card to your hand. You cannot play or commit cards to skill tests with an odd number of words. Oh my god. You're going to make me count the words. Oh, in the title. Okay. I missed that part. My real life cashback is not biggie. Yeah. Discard a player card with an even number of words in the title. Discard this card from your hand. Really? Whatever. You cannot commit, play cards, or commit cards. Right. Okay, so we have to deal with this little Zoog. So we get a resource from Lone Wolf. With an even number of words. Cannot commit cards with an odd number of words. Small favor is an even number of words. We'll spend 2 resources, play small favor to get rid of this. And this guy gets moved here. Alright, that's action 1. Action 2, this is going to be annoying. I'm just going to get rid of it. Discard a card with an even number of words. Alright, action, discard that. Alright, now we got to get this clue. So we'll use our lockpicks, 8 to a 2, 0. So we got the clue. Alright, we have 1 out of 5 clues. This has suddenly become very difficult. You guys were right. Hey, Mr. BSG is here. No hunter, he was exhausted. Draw a card. Resource. 14 out of 19 doom. I'm actually scared to see what happens when that advances. Alright, this is Dreamland's Eclipse. Put Dreamland's Eclipse into play next to the agenda deck. When you initiate an investigation, you must either take a horror or your location gets +2 shroud. At the end of the round, it discards. Okay. I'm not too worried. Do we waste a round putting a clue here? Or do we move? Ah, what the heck. We already strayed once. Let's move. So first... Oh, Lone Wolf. First action, we move. We strayed again. Mystical Forest. As an additional cost for you to leave, you must choose and discard 1 card from your hand for each clue on the location. Okay. Not too worried. Action 2. Let's use... Read the signs. We're investigating 3, 7 to a 4. -1. Okay. So we grab that clue. We're at 2 clues. And final action. Let's let him move in here. So we'll stay here for now. And... Oh, when you initiate an investigation... Oh, I forgot. You know, I just read it too. I'll take a horror because I should have done that. Man, I'm getting close to insanity here. Alright. Hunters move. He moves. This is not a hunter. And then... Oh, did I do a final action? No. Final action, let's draw a card. What the hell? Alright, double. There you are, buddy. And... End of the round, so this discards. This discards. Card and a resource. This guy moved already. Alright, here we go. 15 out of 19. Man, I thought 19 was pretty generous, but there we go. They make it happen somehow. Let's draw our encounter card. More obscuring fog. This is a dud. Yeah, that's a dud. Good. So now we're going to move in and we're going to have to kill this guy. So we'll... Do they have to be exhausted? No. We'll move in. He engages us. This guy's a pain in the neck. So moved in. Let's just use the razor because it's less expensive. Oh, did I forget Lone Wolf again? I did. We'll play the razor. So we are testing 6 to a 2. You're dead. All right. And then let's move. We're at 2 clues. Let's... Ooh, I want to play double. We're going to play it next round. Let's gain a resource. All right. Turn ends. Card and a resource. Hey, there you are. 16 Doom. No hunters on the board. And it says Crypt Chill. Test 4 willpower. Okay. 4 willpower. Yeah. We'll just test it. 4 to 4. We'll probably fail it. Yep. Another auto fail. Let's get rid of... Lola's pretty badly injured. I think Lola also got discarded. She didn't. So she's in the deck. Okay. So we'll get rid of Lola. Sorry, girl. You're still my girl, I promise. And... now, beginning of the turn, we get Lone Wolf. Didn't forget this time. And pay 4 resources to play double. Toil and trouble. Now we're going to cook with butter. Action 2, gain a resource. Play this hot streak. We'll use double. So we're at 23 resources. Right? Oh no, it's got to be a spell. No, oh no, an event. There is an event. Yeah, 23. This is ridiculous. This card. Final action. Let's grab one of these into our hands, just for the sake of stuff. All right, that's our final action. All right, no hunters on the board. Upkeep. Card and a resource. So now we're gonna just have to hurry through this. 17 Doom. Encounter card says secretly add this to your hand. Can't commit cards with an odd number of skill icons. Really, man? Okay. Odd number of skill icons. Even number of skill icons discard. Yeah. Well, that sucks. That's going to stay there for a minute. All right. Resource from Lone Wolf. And I guess we're straying from the path again. Third time. 2 Shroud. 1 Clue. It gets +1 for each card in your hand. You bastards. Oh man. So it is at 6 Shroud. Okay. Can you not play cards either? Cannot commit cards. Okay. Action 2, we'll draw a card. Oh. Okay, that sucks. Damn it. Alright, backstab goes away. Final action. That card's going to come out a couple more times. This Shroud is really high. I need a card that's going to help me grab it without a... Oh, there it is again. Oh, man. Talk about some luck today, huh? Well, Sefina, you're pretty much done for here, I think. Alright, turn ends. Resource and a card. Painted world. Alright. No hunters. 18 out of 19. It's going to advance next round. Encounter card says... Deeper slumber. Put it in your threat area. Your maximum hand size is reduced by 3, and it's checked after each time you draw 1 or more cards. Okay. Well, I'm not too worried. That's going to stay there. Do you have to pay for Hot Streak again? Yeah, you know, I probably did have to pay it again. Thank you for the reminder. -3 resources. Thank you, Russell. Russell is keeping me in check. I'm glad because I do tend to forget some of these things when there's a lot going on at once. So I appreciate you guys helping me out because otherwise there'd be mistakes galore. And then I wouldn't feel so good if I win. All right. We have this thing which has a really high shroud now. Let's move away from here and go to a different location. Man, I feel like I should have just stayed here and kept doing the 3 thing. All right, move. Oh, no. Action 2, move. We straight again. 4 times. Let's see what it says. After you enter this location, take 2 horror. Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm going to lose all my actions because that ends my turn. Draw a card. Gain a resource. And Shroud of 3. Okay. We can get that one. We still need 3 more clues. All right. This is going to advance. All right. So, oh, that's it? Is that it? It's just 1? Oh, damn. I thought... Oh, damn. All right. If it's Act 1, 2, or 3, read the following. If it's Act 4... Oh, man. That's it? It just ends like that, huh? Wow. I guess I should have lit a fire under my butt. I thought there was more than one agenda. Help, please. Anyone. The voice called out from the trees far from the path. Normally, this sort of trick would not have fooled you. But the voice was too familiar to ignore. A loved one, perhaps, or someone you once failed in a time of need. It doesn't matter. It's too late now. You spin and look for the path, but it is nowhere to be found. We strayed from the path. Each surviving investigator is defeated and suffers 1 mental trauma. Okay, so Sefina's going to have a mental trauma. Let me make a note here. Sefina has a mental trauma. Got my notes app open here. So I'm going to still keep track of the... Even though I'm playing them standalone, I'm keeping track of some of the choices. Sefina strayed from the path. And 1 mental trauma. Okay. Well, that was pretty fun. I kind of like the scenario. It's really weird, and I think not knowing what was coming made me make some different decisions than what I would have made. When that zoo guy with the swarming came in here, that's... You can't kill him in 1 shot, because every time you hit him, you can't carry the damage over, and he goes... And he moves in and hits you for like 3, then 2, then... That makes it very difficult to just stay there. And I think that's on purpose. They put the pressure on you to move away. But I think the right moves, because I still had so many rounds left, I wasted more time trying to move around and get these, which I couldn't even get because they were so hard to investigate. The right thing to do would have been to stay here and waste a turn to get a clue on here. Waste another. So waste 3 turns to get 3 clues. or waste 5 turns to get 5 clues on there, and then just scoop them up with, like, this thing, read the signs. That, I think I would have been able to advance it if I had done that. But oh, this was the last one. So what happens with Randolph Carter? I guess they never come out or something. Or did I miss something? Maybe there's an encounter card that brings them out. Because there's like 2 cards, Randolph Carter and this Grug thing, Laboring Gug. That I don't see how they would come out. Maybe there's a location that does it. Did I miss something? Did I screw something up? I'm not sure. Anyways, let's read the... You're nudged into consciousness by an old, scarred cat. Hey, you alright, human? I'm dreaming, you remember, and suddenly the talking cat doesn't seem quite as weird. Exhausted, you manage to rise to your feet, brushing off the dirt caked on your clothing. You're lucky you weren't harmed before we arrived. A human voice calls out to you. It belongs to a blonde-haired man in a brown traveling coat who leans against a nearby tree. These woods are not forgiving of the faint of heart. The scarred cat walks to the man's side, and the man leans over to pet its back. You ask the man where you are and how he came to this place, but he cuts you off. I will explain in due time. For now, we must follow the path to the town of Ulthar. It is a safe place, relatively speaking. There you may recover from your ordeals. He turns the cat and utters a word in an odd language, a password of sorts, you suspect. But the cat simply wanders off toward a hedge, where you see several other cats banded up together. Do it yourself, it replies. Don't mind the cats, the man says to you quietly as the cats depart. They are useful allies, but also independent creatures with no need for you or me. When we reach Ulthar, you may get the chance to meet others of their kind. But first things first. Together you leave the eaves of the enchanted forest behind. In your campaign log, record the investigators were saved by Randolph Carter. Oh, wait. No resolution. Yeah. So we were saved by Randolph Carter. Randolph Carter. Any one investigator may choose to add Randolph Carter to their deck. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's why you put it aside. So we can may add Randolph Carter. Let's take a look at him. Let's see what he does. +1 combat, +1 agility. 3/2, cost of 3. Yeah, draw 2 cards. I like that. We'll add him to our deck. And oops. Each investigator earns experience. I'm not too worried about that. If you're playing the Dream Eaters, proceed to interlude 1, the Black Cat. My goodness, this book is so big. Interlude 1, the Black Cat. If you're playing both, proceed to Black Cat 1. As you travel out of the enchanted woods, you pass through rolling green meadows under a bright blue cloudless sky. You speak with the blonde-haired man, who introduces himself as Randolph Carter. For several hours along your journey south, you pass through a town Randolph calls Near, and over a stone bridge spanning a wide river. Since the man seems friendly and knowledgeable about both your world and this one, you explain to him your situation, that you had followed the writings of a man named Virgil Gray to reach this strange land, in order to see for yourself the truth of his story. There is a place in Ulthar where you may meet this man for yourself, Randolph responds. When we reach Ulthar, I will show you. The town of Ulthar is not quite what you had imagined. The border of the town is marked by a cobblestone road separating its quaint cottages from the rolling green meadows beyond. Inside the town, narrow cobbled streets are filled almost to capacity with cats of all kinds and colors, which part as you approach. Old peaked roofs and overhanging upper stories arch over the hilly streets. The entire village seems a haphazard cluster of homes and old-fashioned businesses. As you reach the town square near the center of the village, Randolph stops and addresses you with a youthful smile. Welcome to Ulthar, he proclaims. As I mentioned before, you are quite safe here. There's but one paramount law to keep in mind as you traverse this place. In the town of Ulthar, no one may kill a cat. Given how utterly packed the streets are with cats, you wonder aloud if this is indeed a town run by cats. Not quite, Randolph replies, pondering your words, though I suppose one might call it the center of cat society here in the Dreamlands. The reason for the law's existence is a story for another time. First, come. I have a feeling we'll find this Virgil fellow you speak of at Einar's. Randolph leads you through the town square, which is surrounded by buildings adorned with cat motifs in the form of statues, signs, and even stained glass windows. You eventually arrive at one such building bearing a sign that reads, Einar's Place. Inside is a medieval-style tavern filled with long wooden tables. You spot several patrons, 3 times as many cats. One such patron at the wooden counter feeds one of the cats small strips of dried meat. He is a handsome man in his early 30s, with short dark hair, a strong jaw, and sharp cheekbones. You recognize him instantly as the writer Virgil Gray. In the back of your mind, you wonder if this chance meeting is merely an act of fortune or something preordained for good or ill. Regardless, you approach the man and introduce yourself, along with Randolph. Virgil shakes your hand and Randolph's with a joyful smile. Well met, fellow dreamers, the writer says, a hint of boyish excitement in his voice. It is wonderful to meet more fellow believers. I had become so sick and tired of reading about my supposed illness in the papers. You nod your head in agreement and inform Virgil that you intend to find some proof of his discovery to bring back to the waking world. Don't you think I tried that? He replies, stymied. Sadly, it is impossible for one who is asleep to bring anything from this realm into the real world. This is all imagination, you see. Ideas, concepts, fantasies. You cannot hold a thought in your hands, can you? Randolph interjects. There is a place within the Dreamlands that may hold the proof you seek. I've seen it in my dreams. I visited there 3 times, each time just a fleeting moment before I was snatched away by the rising sun. But try as I might again, I've spent many nights searching. Oh? Virgil asked, intrigued. And what is this place? It is a marvelous city, he describes, his eyes aglow with wonder, golden and lovely like nothing I've seen before or since. A city beyond the peaks of the unknown mountain Kadath, where no one has ever set foot before. There, veiled within the clouds and crowned by the stars, lies the onyx castle of the Great Ones. Virgil idly pets the cat on the countertop next to him as he is absorbed by Randolph's tale. It's a slender creature with lustrous black fur, dark as the void of space itself. Then we must find this place. Even if it does not have the proof we seek, it sounds like the adventure of a lifetime. Enough to fill 100 pages, or more. You tell Virgil and Randolph that before you commit to such an adventure, you must return to the waking world and tell your companions about your experiences. Just then, another voice, cryptic and quiet, chimes. Oh, you can't wake up. The eye is upon you now. You and the others spin your heads around, searching for the source of the voice. The barkeeper? Another patron? Then Virgil's black cat stretches and sits up, its piercing yellow eyes reflecting the light of the sun through the window outside. I have waited a long time for you to seek Kadath, it says. You can talk? Virgil says, nearly toppling over his stool as he jumps in surprise. I'm a cat, you dolt. Of course I can. The black cat replies, licking its paw out of boredom. You have met 1,000 cats from Ulthar, and you are now surprised? But I thought... Virgil wipes his brow with his palm. Never mind him, the black cat says, addressing you directly. I assure you, you cannot cross back into the waking world until you find Kadath. It is your only way out. In the meantime, I'll return and tell your companions about the quest ahead of you. It hops off the countertop and walks confidently toward the exit, though I imagine their task will be even more arduous. Okay, my God. There is a lot of reading. Otherwise, okay. I'm playing both. What shall I tell your friends in the waking world? Okay, we got to make a decision. Tell your companions of your quest, your plight and your peril. Tell your companions about your new friends and about the Dreamlands. Tell your companions that they are in danger and that you are safe. You don't trust this creature one bit. Threaten the black cat, warning it not to approach your friends. Guys, what should I do? What should I choose? Tell your companions of your quest, your plight and your peril. Tell them about the new friends. Tell them that they're in danger and that you're safe. Or don't trust the creature. I feel like I trust the creature. So it'd be one of the other three. I guess we're going to talk about the Dreamlands. Yeah, let's pick the Dreamlands. We'll tell them. So Black Cat shared knowledge of the Dreamlands. Okay. Now Black Cat 3. Okay, this one is not... Don't be rude to the cat. Hey, Werner. How's it going, man? I'm just about done with the scenario. I'm going to take a 10-minute break, and then I'm going to do part B with Skids, since everyone in the channel chose Skids. So we'll see how that goes. That one I've played before, so it won't be as harsh. I hope. You must be their friends, the enigmatic voice says from above. To your surprise, the quiet voice belongs not to a person, but to a black cat that lounges lazily across a tree branch hanging over the path outside. Wait a minute. Oh. This is following scenario B. Okay, so we don't read that just yet. Okay. All right. We will run Waking Nightmare with Skids in maybe 10 minutes or so. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Had fun. This was, Skid's hype. Hopefully the deck does him justice. But I guess we'll see. Thanks for hanging out. This was fun. Can't wait to see what the rest of the campaign brings. And we'll continue it throughout the next few weeks. We'll probably switch over to Twitch for the Great Old Ones Twitch channel for the second scenario. If I can get things working. I'm going to work with Nate to get that set up. Twitch just feels a little bit more clean for streaming and such. So, and then I'll just upload the videos to YouTube after the fact. Anyways, for now, I think I'm going to get more than water. I think I'm just going to go for some harder stuff. It's early morning, but why not? You know, might as well start the day off right. All right, Werner, and thank you guys for hanging out. Russell, thanks for all the help with remembering all the things. And as always, Manson, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys in a bit.